Bell's Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan. Special double cream stout, 6.1% alcohol. Let's give it a shot. I've had a few beers from Bell's Brewing Company before. Couldn't tell you what they were off the top of my head. But I saw a double cream stout, and I thought, well, what's a double cream stout? Do they mean like a double chocolate stout or a double coffee stout or a double coffee and cream stout or something I've had before? I don't think I've ever actually had a regular plain sweet stout. If I have, I never documented it. This one is a really dark beer, really heavy, full-bodied, more than full-bodied, that's an understatement. But it's essentially just a sweet stout, and it's got that creamy texture. It's not bad by any means. It's not wowing. It's not completely out of this world. It's kind of, I feel like it's like a baseline for what you take a stout and then you make a sweet stout and then you can add the other flavors. I feel like this is kind of like the canvas for all the craft beer stouts that are out there. And I'm not ashamed at this, and I'm not embarrassed that I've never had a sweet stout before, because it's actually, I feel like it might be kind of hard to find just a plain sweet stout. Everything has to be chocolate or coffee or vanilla or all those crazy bakery type flavors intermingled with the sweet stout. And I'm actually kind of really appreciating this sweet stout. It's just I feel like if you just take coffee and you just put half and half in it and some sugar, it's kind of like, this is the traditional stout. This is the traditional sweet stout, and there's nothing wrong with it. I kind of like it. However, I don't know if I could drink a whole lot of these because they are sweet. The creamy texture is a little overwhelming at times, but it's enjoyable. But it's also just a heavy beer. And without those other flavor characteristics, you do kind of get this weird, almost like coffee, even though it's not brewed with coffee, but it just reminds me of drinking black coffee with half and half and sugar. And I'm just kind of getting this, like, I can drink 2 cups of coffee in a row, most at one time. I feel like this is kind of similar. I could probably drink only 2 of these tops at one time in one sitting. I really feel like this is all the stouts and porters lean into that. It's a winter beer. It's a cold month beer. You don't want something this heavy, this dark, and this robust in flavor to be drinking in a hot month or hot day or hot afternoon or hot morning, if that's your thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, for my first time ever having a sweet stout, and again, I'm not embarrassed by that because it is kind of hard to find it, but if you consider me a beer review guy, I probably should have had a sweet stout before, but this is the first one I can remember. I'm going to give this a 7. I'll set this as my bar, my baseline, but it was different, and I'm just surprised that how many times you get a stout and it's either coffee, chocolate, vanilla, caramel, something, toffee, and I never really had this plain sweet stout before, and it's different, and I enjoy it, but I'm slightly like, meh, okay, I've had a sweet stout, what else is there? I guess that's where I gotta draw the line. So this will be my baseline, this will be my starting point, this will be my bar from now on. But again, I think that this was a good company, from what I can remember, and I think it was a pretty decent beer. It's a pretty solid beer for a foundation for just sweet stouts. So again, that's Bell's Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan. Special double cream stout, 6.1% alcohol.